Hello all, Pit Bike Mike here. So, introducing to the channel, my girlfriend's little Honda Grom. So this is her bike that she's been learning on, and hopefully will continue to learn on for a little bit until she gets her confidence up to move up to a bigger bike, or even just keeps this one and just cruises around town with it. It's a pretty neat little thing so far. I've ridden Groms before, but this one's the new one that has the 5-speed. Let's give you a little gander at this infotainment display. Got your RPM, you got your fuel gauge, you got your mileage, you got a gear position indicator, which is pretty nice on such a budget bike. RPM, your mileage. Yes, we only have 48 miles on this thing. Look at that. And averaging 107 miles to the gallon, and supposedly it's used 0.4 of a gallon. 11 mile average to whatever. Either way, bone stock. Let's get this thing started up for you all so you can hear just how quiet this thing is. If you walked by it too quick, you wouldn't even know it was running. Got an LED front headlight, which definitely not bad looking. Not bad looking. Gets the job done. But it's a Grom. I don't know really what else to say about this little thing. It's small, gets your job done. It's not the most impressive thing in the world, but it works. So here, let's get this thing out on the road and see what happens. Alright. A little Grom. Not a whole lot of power to it, but I guess it's enough. It's enough to, get you into trouble, I guess. I really do like that it has a gear position indicator. That is kind of a convenient little feature to have on such a small bike. It also helps out, the girlfriend, so, she knows what gear she's in, and, just the different things. Also, what's kind of interesting is there is a shift light up there. I guess we'll just go through the display so you can see. Turn signal, high beam, check engine light, which probably almost never happens on a Honda, the neutral light and the shift light. This does not have ABS, which, I guess it is possible to lock up the brakes on this small little thing, but not super concerned about that, at least right now for her. But so what else to speak about this little thing? Besides being small, it's a Grom. Little 125cc, air cooled. Super fuel efficient, which, it's cool about this thing. I don't know. It was cheap. And it's one of those things that at least gets my girlfriend riding, which is the most important thing, And it's something that, it's small enough to where she's comfortable. She doesn't have to worry about really injuring herself. Well, any bike you have to worry about injuring yourself, but you know what I mean. Like, at least at the slow speeds that she's doing, like, she can put her feet down And just, I don't know, like the small stature of the bike makes it not that intimidating to her, which is nice. I don't know, it's I guess it's fun. You know, it's got less horsepower than my 230 Supermoto, which, I don't know, it gets a job done for, you know, just kind of cruising around here. It's not that bad. Whee! Good times. Good times on a little Grom. But yeah, so far she's been taking it out frequently, getting used to working the clutch and all that on this thing, which, you know, it is a super low horsepower bike. The clutch is super light. One thing I'll definitely say I'm not a big fan of is that there's like no feeling to the clutch. Like, it's not a whole lot of bite point, you know, like, yes, you can feel it, but like, you know, I know it's a low horsepower, but it's just like, there's just, I don't know, sometimes you're just like, am I kind of in the friction zone? I don't really know, but yeah, besides that, it at least gets the job done, you know, which, that's all that matters. It's all that matters. I'm not sure if she wants to do anything to this, you know, in terms of like building it out, or if she's just gonna, you know, she's probably gonna keep it stock, honestly, because I don't really see what else she's gonna, like, I don't know, yeah, you can put an exhaust on it, you can do a big bore kit if you really wanted to, but I don't think she's gonna do any of that stuff. But because since it's low horsepower, she's really got to learn how to work a clutch and gas to get it going. So when she does get up to a bigger bike, she'll definitely have an appreciation for how much easier it is to just get going and stuff, which, you know, like, as you can even see, as I'm going up like minor hills getting started, you really gotta slip that clutch on this thing. But I guess that's maybe one thing that makes it such a good beginner bike. I don't really know. And also, when she's dumped the clutch and stuff, at least it doesn't have enough power to, you know, like, flip her off the back of this thing, or unintentionally do a wheelie, unless she was really, really trying to do that. But you never know, she might. But don't worry, I'm not really going to be using this much on my channel. Like, you may see it here and there. I might do like I might do a video of us riding together once she gets proficient and gets her license. That'd be pretty cool, honestly. That would make me kind of happy. We'll see. We'll see how things go as things progress. You know, if her work schedule is better, they offer like absolute basic rider courses, like for people that have no experience whatsoever, which, you know, that the pockets was open. Good thing my keys didn't go out. That would have been tragic. I would have been I would have been truly SOL on that one. But what was I going on about? So yeah, if her work schedule wasn't so bad, you know, she'd be able to do a basic rider course, which, because as I mentioned, I'm not the best teacher, so if she would have had a better teacher, she probably would have gotten it a lot quicker. But, you know, I'm doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can, which, hey, you know, there is a thing I've heard where it's like, you know, that your significant other shouldn't be your teacher on certain things, which, you know, like, it makes sense, because, like, because there's times to where if she just doesn't get something and she gets frustrated, she takes it out on me, and I'm just like, hey, I'm trying to help you. Like, I know it's hard, and I know it sometimes doesn't work, you know, as well as it should, but these allergies are killing me. One thing I've noticed, I guess this could be against the shop, I don't know, but I don't think these tires are balanced, because this thing vibrates. So I don't know. I don't know if they've balanced these tires or not. Who knows? They probably didn't. Knowing my luck. It's terrible. You know, if I actually planned on taking it in for the first service, I would just be like, hey, y'all need to balance this front tire. But since I plan on doing pretty much most of the servicing for this thing myself, it's yeah, it's not gonna happen. Maybe if we put different tires on it at some point. But speaking about servicing, which is interesting, so I don't know how many of you all knew, like, the old style Groms, like the original OG Groms. They did not have an oil filter. They just had like a little wire mesh screen, whatever you want to call it. This one actually does have a oil filter. I'm not sure what year they put it in, but I know it's obviously not that recent, because my buddy, when I had my accident, what, 4 years ago, something like that, he didn't have an oil filter, but this one does. It's a little cartridge style, so, you know, you gotta pop off the little cover plate, pull out the filter, put a new one in, gasket, all that good shit. Which, also very interesting, because I read this in the owner's manual, and I'm like, really? That's kind of crazy. They actually say you don't need to change the filter when you do the break-in service, which is really weird. I thought you would, but you don't. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's, you know, something I wonder, because I'm like, huh, why wouldn't you want to change the filter? I don't know. I might change the filter, who knows. But it's just the fact that they don't require it. But and it's only like a single quart per oil change on this thing, so which is kind of neat, you know. So I bought a gallon of the Pro Honda oil, and I'm just gonna, since it's gonna take a while before this thing ever gets to the break-in mileage, because the way my girlfriend's driving it, I'm just gonna change the oil, you know, probably like every so many hours, just because, you know, I know obviously the type of riding that she's doing, learning on this thing, isn't easy. So, yeah, look at that little shift light flashing. So it's obviously not easy miles, so I'm just gonna, you know, just periodically change the oil on it every few hours as she learns to ride. And then, because hey, it was a gallon for like $30 or something like that, so, you know, as far as I know, you can never hurt something by changing the oil too frequently. So, but it's life. It's life. I have it pinned. Whee! Low horsepower life. You know, like, this is fun for like this little, like, side roads and stuff like that, you know, where you're not doing too much craziness. But yeah, but that's where I'm at with this little thing. So I just kind of wanted to introduce you all to the little Grom, because you all know what they say: when you drive a Grom, you're gonna have to Grom somebody's mom. Oh yeah. So, alright guys, well, I hope you enjoy my little adventure with this little Honda Grom. Yeah, so I will be posting hopefully some new and interesting content before too long, so keep an eye out for it. Hope you all like, subscribe, and peace.